traditionally, the people of the Westerners generally believe that whenever this oral festival is being celebrated, that based on the fact that prior information is being given, people are not expected to come outside. Everyone is meant to be inside. But then we have a church having a vigil within the same program. And again, the issue that brought out this death of the Said Akim is because they, while on their procession, had gone to ask the church members in the church, to turn off their lights and face down. And we also know that asking church members to turn off their lights and face down is probably going to make them feel they are going to succumb to these other tradition and the religion which they do not believe. What's your take on that?
Okay, simple. Belief is not a public thing, it's an individual thing. People have the sole right to believe whatever they believe, provided they are not infringing on the rights of others. Now, the church has their belief. They also have their belief. They have a God. The church also have their God. Now, the church did not make an announcement that everybody should bow to what they intend to do for that night. Then, on their own part, I think it is too much for them to extend their rights to others by feeling that perhaps they should exercise they should exercise a form of monopoly over the town, over the community, because it is believed that their God owns the land or owns the community. So I think that was dictatorship of the religious class. That is exactly what happened in that community. So the other worshippers went too far by telling the Christians to go face down, put out their lights, just to make sure that they have their procession without any form of interferences. And the Christians, on the other hand, did not make such demands, excessive demands. So I think making such excessive demands on the Christians went a bit far too much. Now, you can take your religion to somebody, and the person has the right to reject it. And you can take your religion to another, and the person has the right to accept it. So I think that is perhaps attitude recklessness on the part of many. It is not a Christian norm that is accepted by all Christians, that whenever they are having their worship, everybody should come and participate. You can do your worship individually, and others may pick interest and come in to participate. So it's not actually a thing of dictatorial disposition by extending your right to others where they cannot express their rights any longer. What would have happened at that point is that when they asked the church to probably suspend whatever they are doing, and the church refused, they would have allowed the church and continue with their own practice. But they went far. They told the church to go face down. You can imagine that. Switch off your lights, remove your sound, go face down, meaning this thing we are doing is for all. So you, whatever you worship, you do not have the right to worship whatever you worship. Just participate in what we are doing, because perhaps we have the night for this moment. I think that also went too far. I call that dictatorship of the religious class. And I think if I were perhaps a member of that church, I would not accept it.